polls exactly 24 hours from now will start to open up across the country in what could be a repudiation of failed Biden policies nationwide. Our next guest looking to be a part of that.
Yeah, joining us now for more is Tudor Dixon, the Republican candidate for governor in Michigan, who is running against Gretchen Whitmer. Tudor, great to have you. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Thank you for having me.
So, Tudor, final day of campaigning. You're a mom of four. You've told your story many times, a cancer survivor. And you realized when Gretchen Whitmer had shut down the state of Michigan that this was not the way to lead. And that's why you threw your hat into the ring. Take us through the final day of campaigning for you.
Well, today we'll be out on the ground. We'll stop at several GOP offices. We'll have a couple more rallies. Our rallies have been filled with lots of excitement, lots of energy. We feel good about the energy on the ground here. We'll continue to talk about our message of bringing back education. We're in the bottom 10 in the nation now. We want to make sure Michigan is in the top 10. We're going to talk about investing in our police officers and creating safe communities in the state of Michigan and reducing regulation to bring back the American dream and make sure our small businesses and businesses of all sizes thrive in the state of Michigan again.
Yeah, let's talk about education because, as Rob mentioned, I know you're a mom of four. You saw what happened during COVID, and you mentioned those test scores. I think this is happening across the country. How important do you think education is, and do you think that's a big factor that's going to bring people to the polls tomorrow?
Yes, it's probably the number one issue that I hear when I'm on the campaign trail because Michigan was out of school for so long. In many cases, 1.5 years to 2 years, our schools were out. A lot of online learning that was not effective for our students. We saw our reading scores from the spring. Nearly 60% of our third graders those reading tests. So we have a lot of catch up to do. We want to make sure that we get tutors into our schools and catch our students up. But our state is also in the bottom 10 in the nation, as I said. So we need to make sure we do everything we can to improve that. We'd like to see Michigan in the top 10 in the nation. So education is a huge focus for parents across the state. But you've also seen in Michigan some parents coming in and speaking out against the sex and gender theory in schools, these inappropriate books in our schools. So that is also a big deal. And we're hearing a lot from parents on the ground about that as well. They want their kids protected and to go back to the basics of reading, writing, and math.
What did you make of Stephen Colbert and the fact that he got that whole story wrong about that Dearborn, Michigan resident and had to apologize and retract the story?
This is exactly what we're seeing with these elitist Democrats coming out and embarrassing parents and actually embarrassing themselves, because it was the same thing with Gretchen Whitmer. She came out and she said that she doesn't think that books are that big of a deal. She wants to be inclusive. We're talking about parents who are concerned about pornographic material that their kids are reading. So you see the elitist leftists making fun of these parents. That's not going to be good for them tomorrow night. Parents are going to come out in force and say, listen, at the end of the day, the most important thing to me is my children. And I want to make sure that I'm going to choose a governor who's going to protect them. That's what we've heard on the ground. People are shocked that the leftists are coming out and making jokes about parents who are concerned.
Yeah, we saw what happened in Virginia. Those parents go to the polls, and that's a big issue. I want to talk to you a little bit about what was said last week on ABC's The View when it comes to Republican women. Take a listen.
I read a poll just yesterday that white Republican suburban women are now going to vote Republican.
Why?
It's almost like roaches voting for Raid.
Tudor, I want to get your reaction. What would you say to women watching right now and plan on heading to the polls tomorrow?
Look, we are putting the nasty rhetoric aside, and we are coming out and talking to parents and saying, this is what we want to do for you. This is, again, you have these elitist leftists that are sitting in a studio making more money than these parents on the ground can even imagine. They're truly concerned with their children, their children's future, their paychecks, with whether or not their company is going to be in business in the next few weeks. So the fact that you have people sitting in a studio, I think, is just helping Republicans. When you say something so disgusting as that about women who are voting to help their children have an actual education, it just shows how out of touch these people are, how tone deaf they are. And I honestly think that is driving more people to the polls, because when they hear that, it is once again, we saw this, the deplorables comment of 2016. Right. We have quiet Republicans, and they're coming out in force.
Yeah, I think it's unbelievable. Beginning of August, you were down by almost 20 points. This morning, you are within the margin of error, down by just a couple of points. Peaking maybe at the right time, Tudor Dixon. Good luck to you tomorrow. Big day today. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.